Hey everybody, welcome to a brand new chapter of Old Man Brad. Whether you are new to the show or returning for another chapter, thank you so much for giving this little horror podcast a listen. If you love the show, drop me a review over on your favorite podcast app or become a patron at patreon.com/oldmanbrad. So this week, the movie is not so much a horror movie. It's more thriller with a few little horror elements in it. So it isn't strictly horror. But I'm talking this week about the new film Restless, which is available digitally this week from Quiver Distribution. And I will give my fairly spoiler-free thoughts on the movie here in a minute. But before I do, I just want to say if you are in the Cincinnati area, come out to Frightful Fridays on the third Friday of the month. So thankful to be partnered with the Esquire Theater. We've had some awesome screenings this year so far, like The Thing and The Mouth of Madness, Prince of Darkness, The Beyond, and we're going to keep it going in June. On June 20th, we're going to be celebrating the 20th anniversary of the remake of House of Wax. It's one of my favorite remakes. Absolutely love this movie. Has one of my top 10 kills within the film, but come out June 20th at 10 p.m., let's watch House of Wax together and have just a good time. All right, let's talk Restless.
I think someone's moving in next door.
I'm sure the new neighbours will be lovely. Give them a chance, okay?
They go all night, every night.
World War III, Nicola.
That's the idea.
An empty nester whose quiet life is turned upside down when hard-parting and potentially dangerous new neighbors move in next door. This is written and directed by Jed Hart. It stars Lindsay Marshall, Aston Macaulay, Barry Ward, Kate Robbins, Denzel Badu, and Sierra Ford. Like I said, this comes out digitally this week. Overall, I enjoyed the movie for the most part. I went in not so much expecting as much of a thriller and kind of more of a character piece in going through this woman's emotional breakdown. There are pieces within the film. We'll just kind of dive into a little bit. I will try not to spoil anything, especially the ending, because there is a part in the ending that is really funny that I don't want to spoil that because it made me chuckle. Lindsay Marshall's character, Nikki, she just lives a quiet life. She's in this kind of an apartment complex. Her neighbors move out and these new neighbors move in. And right from the get-go, on the first night, the stereo just blares and all you hear is thumping, boom, 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 and all kinds of music happening, and she can't get any sleep. So she goes and talks to them, and they're younger, and we're like, yeah, that we're so sorry. We just got in, we're celebrating. Okay, that's fine. We'll try to keep it down. Well, guess what? They don't. They keep thumping that music away, keeping her up every night. She's trying everything. She gets headphones. She gets, it's noise canceling and tries all kinds of things, and they still. Every night, never fails. It's loud. And through this whole thing, she's just kind of starting to have it's sleep deprived, kind of having this start of a nervous breakdown. You can just see her starting to spiral out of control. And Lindsay Marshall is fantastic in this. Her kind of emotional breakdown is you can see just her, you can see it in her face, in her eyes, her expression. You can just tell that she's getting tired, that she hasn't slept. She tries to go sleep in her car somewhere. A ticketing officer kind of stops her, and they're actually friends. So she ends up going on a date with him, and things just are not getting better. She, at one point, she has a key to this house. She breaks into the house and like destroys the speakers. And then that night she's like, oh my gosh, it's so peaceful. This is nice. You could just see her face as she's like, oh, it's quiet. I love it. They come at her for it. And the partying just gets louder after that. Like I said, I loved her performance, her breakdown through this, as you can just see her slowly. You're just waiting. Every scene, you're just waiting for her to snap. And she gets to that breaking point. Like when she destroys the speakers, you think, okay, this is just part one. Something else is going to happen. Something bigger is going to happen that she's going to just go off. That's the piece that the movie didn't do for me. It didn't go all the way for her to snap on them. There's another thing that happens that is actually quite funny that she does, but I wanted more of her kind of sabotaging and doing other things to these kids that are living next door. I enjoyed her performance. Like I said, she does a great job. You see it in her face. By the end, she just looks like hell. She's seeing things. She's kind of hallucinating. And you just see to this point, you're just like, oh, it's going to happen. Jed Hart, the director, he does this really good job with when it's really about to happen. Like the lighting in her apartment goes red and you could just see like she's just fuming. She's ready to just, gah. I wanted it. I wanted her to just go over there and just like beat the shit out of them. There are things that she does that kind of start to take it there, but it pulls back. And that's the piece that kind of brought it down a little bit for me. It is a recommend for me to check out. Mostly, I mean, for her performance alone. Her performance alone is worth watching this movie because she is so good in this. She's beaten, she's tired, she's broken, she's fed up. She's like, I just want peace and quiet, please. Does she get it? I don't know. I don't want to give the ending away for you to find out. Restless, it is available on digital right now. I don't want to go too much further into it because I'll give away the one scene that made me laugh. And there isn't, I mean, it's not a twist, so to speak, on the end, but it involves a character from earlier that happens, and it just made me chuckle. Go check out Restless on digital right now. Well, of course, you want to know what I would pair with this film. And I really had a tough time trying to figure out what to pair with this film. Because, like I said, this is more of a thriller than a straight-up horror movie. And I was like, do I do like a home invasion movie? Are there other movies similar to this out there that I can pair it with? And I really had to kind of think about it. And I thought of another movie with a phenomenal performance that has a character that just spirals down and down and down. And that is a movie called Saint Maud. It came out in 2019. It stars Morfydd Clark, and she's just like this innocent little kind of caretaker nurse, kind of like Lindsay Marshall's character in Restless. Very much the same. Actually, I think they're kind of similar jobs that they have. But Saint Maud goes a little more religious in her spiral down into darkness, but her performance is worth watching Saint Maud, just like Restless is worth watching for Lindsay Marshall's performance. So that would be my double feature, is Restless and Saint Maud. Just watching these two women just go for it. Just seeing their performances alone is worth both of these movies. Well, that will do it for this chapter of Old Man Brad. Just make sure you subscribe to the show and you will never miss any chapter, any of my Tales from Tubi episodes, any of the Versus series that I have. I'll be back next week with a brand new episode. Until then, just snuggle up in that blanket, turn off the lights, because it's okay to be scared. We'll talk to you later, everybody.